The sponsors of the Boko Haram banditry crisis in Nigeria are already known, and if you pay close attention and watch this video to the end, you should be able to identify them yourself. But before that, former Director of Intelligence and retired Naval Commodore Kunle Olawumi, in a 2021 interview with Channels Television, clearly stated in unmistakable terms that after an operation which arrested over 400 suspects during a joint military operation exercise, the names of governors, senators, and even names of persons in Aso Rock were mentioned as sponsors by the suspects. But contrary to public expectation, nothing was done about it. Now recall that in 2019, a former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Yusuf Burtai, said there is a strong evidence that those defeated in the 2019 general elections are trying to revenge by sponsoring kidnappings and banditry. But that was under the Buhari administration. What about the Tinubu-led administration? Has there been any change? Who are the real sponsors of the Boko Haram banditry under the Tinubu-led administration? Welcome to Politics and Powerplay. The ongoing banditry crisis in Zamfara state has recently taken a more serious turn as allegations of sponsorship have stirred a bitter debate between the Minister of State for Defense Bello Matawalle and the incumbent Governor Dauda Lawal. These accusations have brought to the surface a long-standing issue in northern Nigeria, which is the deep-rooted relationship between political actors and the bandits who terrorize communities. Zamfara State, a long hotspot of banditry, has become a focal point of this political blame game. Bello Matawalle, who was the immediate past governor of Zamfara State, has been accused by his successor, Dauda Lawal, of playing a role in the sponsorship and empowerment of bandits operating in the region. Buttressing this point, Lawal has alleged that certain political actors in Zamfara State not only offer support to these criminal networks, but have also benefited from the chaos and instability created by the banditry. The issue goes beyond mere political rivalry, bringing to light a security crisis fueled by allegations of high-level complicity. But that is not all. Bello Matawalle, on the other hand, has turned the tables on Lawal, claiming that the current administration is using such accusations as a diversionary tactic. Matawalle has asserted that Lawal is failing to govern effectively and has thus resorted to implicating him in the banditry problem to cover his own shortcomings in governance. Bello Matawalle has also raised concerns over how bandit kingpins such as Bello Turji and Kachala, both known for their involvement in mass killings and abductions, have been allegedly pampered or negotiated with under Lawal's tenure. And to add another layer to the argument, there are also documents circulating online alleging that Dauda Lawal paid over 1.3 billion naira to bandits, further complicating the political scandal. But despite security forces having intelligence on their whereabouts, these criminals roam freely in parts of Zamfara state and the surrounding region, raising questions about the sincerity of the government's commitment to ending banditry. Now let's see how Tinubu's government is handling all these. The federal government, particularly under the Tinubu-led administration, has remained largely silent on the Zamfara banditry sponsorship debate. Although there have been calls for the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) to investigate these allegations of banditry sponsorship, and several Nigerians have also called for the suspension of Bello Matawalle. Should both leaders be suspended, and is this the best way to tackle the problem? Well, let's hear your opinion in the comment section below. As of now, the EFCC has not launched a formal probe into either Matawalle, despite several Nigerians coming out to stage a protest around the EFCC premises a few days ago. This inaction has been attributed to several reasons, chief among them being the complexity of banditry financing and the lack of concrete evidence linking the political actors to these armed groups. Moreover, some analysts speculate that the EFCC might be hesitant to launch such a high-profile investigation due to the potential political ramifications, particularly considering Matawalle's role in Tinubu's government. The ongoing debate and unresolved issues around banditry in Zamfara state has several implications for national security and the Tinubu administration. Again, the failure to address these allegations of political complicity in banditry could severely undermine public trust in the federal government's ability to maintain law and order. Nigeria's political history has also shown that turning a blind eye to the actions of criminals like Bello and Achala only emboldens them, allowing their criminal empires to grow unchecked. If the banditry problem continues to spiral out of control, it could lead to further destabilization not just in Zamfara state but also across the northwestern region. Nevertheless, if President Tinubu's government fails to tackle the root causes of banditry and to hold accountable those accused of sponsoring these terror groups, the country could witness a worsening security situation. The repercussions of this could be disastrous, ranging from a widespread disillusionment with the government to a rise in insurgent activities across northern Nigeria. It is therefore imperative that the federal government takes these allegations seriously and ensure that the security and investigative agencies like the EFCC act swiftly, regardless of the political affiliations involved, bring every suspect to book. Failure to do so would not only compromise national security but also threaten the integrity of the government. Thanks for watching, and please make sure to watch this other video for further information on the challenges of Tinubu's government.